Hey guys, welcome back to another freaking video. It's your girl, Lady B. If you click off to stay, you may stay. If not, you can leave. Without further ado, let's get into the freaking breeding. I see 9:11 on my time. I got 144, and then my battery percent is 47. 9:11. I got this money. I've seen this money in this trust. It's like YouTube information. And I get, yeah, I gotta do it. The line still works. 46 on the time. It's 145 and then 46. That's 46. I flipped this up and I did like one of these and it still ended like this. But I'm gonna pull 2 more cards and then we're actually gonna get into it. Can you tell me about this? Can I get one more confirmation card, please? Thanks. Okay. Hold on. Let me think. 119 is significant. I seen 119 on the time, and then that's equal 119. Okay, 666 is significant, and that's it. So let's get to reading. This is our spread. 144 again, and 147 is significant. I've seen that twice. I've seen it on the time thing, and I've seen it on the actual time. So we got 2 wands out here. 2 wands talks about planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, drop plans. Really, from when I had first seen the spread, and with this hangman at the other end on the actual fuller bottom deck. This is kind of you. The 2 wands represents you seeing everything that you've done. You've seen the progress that you made. And then the hangman is like, okay, I see all the progress I've made. This one, you're kind of looking at your progress, but you're looking at it in regret. Like, you're trying to look at the world. You're trying to look at the world that you created, but then you think about the actual world, and this is your world that's limited, and this is the actual real world that's not limited. You keep on being in regret about past things that shoulda, coulda, woulda happened, or X, Y, and Z, but that's in the past. That's something that you have to be like, okay, that happened. Know why it happened, give it a reason, give it a meaning. If not, simmer, let it marinate until you find one. Because with half of this deck, it's kind of like you, the ways that you, it's like, this is how you used to think, and now you think like this. You need to think big. 345, 151. I need to remember all these numbers so Brady go back and watch. But yeah, you kind of looking at your old life and you see how you overindulged and you was heavy partying, you was isolated in the wrong way, or 3's a crowd. Isolated because of people's ignorance and carelessness and arrogance, or just trying to protect your inner child. You had a lot of painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, defeat, you know, for being overcommitted to people and not having a lack of balance for self, if that makes sense. And so during that time of you retreating and going into solitude and being with yourself because of people's carelessness, or if you was just depressed, You're now in this energy after this retreat, solitude. You're in this energy of hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, good fortune. Because whatever this new perspective that you saw things differently than you've seen before. Because, okay, yeah, I might not be where I want to be in life. However, I'm not where I was. So let me cut myself some slack, because I got the courage to keep going. Not only do I got the courage, but I got the independence and focus and determination and joy. A lot of people don't have joy. But not only that, because you got the Queen of Wands, out with the Queen of Wands. You got the Queen of Cups, which talks about compassion, comfort, calm, nurturing, healing, emotional stability, intuitive, caring. For you viewing things differently, for you taking action, for you being fearless and saying, hey, I might not be where I want to be, but I'm better than where I used to be. And knowing that's good enough for you, knowing that that's enough for you, is putting you in this new beginning, adventurous, opportunist type energy, really making you inspired to take action because of your discipline and security and the abundance that you know can happen for you because of, I don't know, sometimes when y'all think about your life and you think about like how good God is, and you think about like anytime shit fuck up, it really don't fuck up. It could really be a blessing in disguise. So when I find why that blessing was a blessing in disguise, you'll get me. And so yeah, when you realize that throughout this whole thing that, okay, this had to happen, because when you're in this rest, recuperation, retreat, when you're in your solitude, when you're by yourself, when you're alone, soul searching, healing. And that's another thing, that's what puts you in this energy to take expired action, because you decided to heal. You decided to feel your feelings, because you probably felt sad, you probably felt negative, you probably felt down time, you felt like there was no help, there was no light at the end of the tunnel. But instead of staying in that, you decided to pick yourself up, you decided to care, you decided to be compassionate despite what people may have did or treated you. And that's also why you're getting this opportunity and why God wants to give to you, because you're still giving. You still pour into yourself, and so God's gonna pour into you. But yeah, that was my reading. Is that my reading? Yeah. You gotta make a head over heart, disciplined decision. But once you make that decision and you have your clarity, you're gonna realize that you're maintaining control for nothing, because in order for change to happen, you have to let it happen. Sometimes you don't know where it's gonna take you. But you have to trust that everything's gonna work out all in the end. It might feel like chaos, but just ground yourself. Ground yourself and it'll be A-okay. You see how she got her foot in the water? And then with this, maintain control. Maintain your emotional stability. That's the only thing you need to be worried about, your emotional stability and your physical health. Everything else is gonna come through, because once you focus on those two things, God gonna see it through my way. My girl. Okay? Okay, that was my reading for real. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. Bye.